grace in the name of Jesus. There's no leadership comes into existence without your knowledge. Let your will be established here today. In the name of Jesus. Bless you, God. We declare this occasion open in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Come and take preeminence in the name of Jesus. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray.
That's a loaded prayer. Thank you very much. I think the district chaplain could not have done it. Thank you very much, our dear sister. Now, I want to invite our district imam for lead we in the Muslim prayers. The district imam, Alhaji Fatima.
السلام عليكم يا جماعة المسلمين والمسلمات. هم لله أن يوروا تضرع مغفرة. وأنا أعرف الرب لو يتلقى من جارتين. إيه يعني بمبرر مهابي. كوبا ما فعلوا يا مدير أدرك تيجي سبعة وعبيدو. كوبا تيجي بمبرر كوبا أنجليو. JuliusMaadabio. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات جنة أو جنة الرضا نزلا خالدين فيها لا يبغون عنها عوضا. قل لو كان البحر مدادا كلمات ربي لنفذ الماء قبل أن تنفذ كلمة ربي ولو جئنا بمثله مددا. وإنما نبذ مثلكم ليوحى أنما إلهكم إله واحد. ومن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا. يقول جيني لكاندي مولي قومي عندي ينون برو كذا مدوكك أنبورن يكبر أبو مفيسا يقول يا مولي أبيما أبيما مولي وكما تبين كلامه بين يوميا سببين بين يوم المولي ميا كان أوبا سلام ميا كان أوبا كلام ديسكتي بمولي لين داتاميو هو عنده كلام فوقي هو عنده لفيما هم بين لفيما هم بين كلام هم بين تبي يا أنا ما أقول كلام يقول يقول يجيبني بقولنا يجيبني يلا 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 الله تعالى يعمل كويس يقول ماذا ماذا هو كويس ماذا هو كويس ماذا هو كويس يفعل بقولنا آمين هذا هو يجيب يقول يلا بعمل كاو يقول
Alhamdulillah,
you, thank you, thank you. Come on, thank you for that wonderful prayer. One country, one people. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, the leader of the Sierra People's Party, Her Excellency, our First Lady, Honorable Ministers, our Minister of Gender, the IT Group, Chairman, Political Party Registration Commission, National Officers of the Israeli People's Party, Ministers, Deputy Ministers, and all other dignitaries present. Honorable Members of Parliament, thanks for the correction. Our MPs. Thank you very much. Thanks. We're happy for day today. Today is a very important day in the history of the Israeli People's Party. 70 years of our existence. This is the very first time under the astute leadership of His Excellency, retired presidentJuliusmaadabio, that we don't gather all the women there for them to come together and choose who for lead them. This is the first time it has happened in the 70 years history of the country. This is as a result of the vision of His Excellency, Brigadier Retired Juliusmaadabio, because he believed in the woman of the Israeli People's Party. And we are today. He said in the country for no say whether we, the executive now, the woman and I will be able to take care of human affairs. And we see that all can see this morning the celebrations and the dancing. His Excellency, sir, our leader, and then encouraged me to say the very philosophy of our party, which has made us exist for 70 years, which is unity. And we are today with people dancing and celebrating, not this convention, but that's the SFPP way. We are SFPP first before anybody decides to support any candidate. So whatever we are doing today, let's be reminded of the Sierraleone People's Party. And let's be reminded of the words of our leader, who will always tell me say, in the SFPP fields, we're not only failing ourselves, but we are failing the nation. Because only the SFPP are able to redeem this nation. So today, 2023, with the landslide victory of 70% for His Excellency, the SFPP women can do it. One country, one people. One country, one people. One people. His Excellency, sir, we are today, statements again for camp. I'm pleased to inform you say that yesterday, in Moyamba, 140 we conducted a very successful young generation leadership election. Very peaceful. The winner was congratulated and everybody left there happy. And I'm pleased for informing you say we elected yesterday the newest young generation leader of the Israeli People's Party, Mr. Kalon. He is now. Yes, sir. That's the newest young generation leader. And the deputy, we elected yesterday. Dona Yomande, with all the energy they get. Yes, thank you. With all the energy they get, we left there very peaceful. And I don't say, you mama them, go to the yesterday, then they compliment her today. All of us have to very soon. So on that note, I want now to take this privilege and honor for invite the one and only district chairman of the Kailan District Council, Jabbe, the elected put us together for this. One people, PresidentBio, Fatima, one country, one people. The President, Dr. Retired PresidentJuliusmaadabio, leader of the Sierraleone People's Party. My mom, the First Lady, Mrs. Fatima Jabbe, and my national chairman, Dr. Prince Alexander Debulek. Honorable members, cabinet ministers,
My regional chairman is Dr. Dennis Bandi. I want to take this opportunity in behalf of Kailan District for them to all welcome in this district when I enjoy Kailan as a peaceful district as well as it. If I achieve this kind of legacy because we are peaceful, we will want this facility that we all enjoy together and let God make let it then other district them where they will pass this. This is the spirit of the SFP. When you see things for the brother and the sister, then you wish for that other person get them where they will pass you. And I honor the leadership of the retired Brigadier Dr. Juliusmaadabio. They need direction. I don't get that kind of legacy for. We want to be grateful to this government and this party as a district. This now we first experience Kailan district for host national delegate conference. We are grateful to the party and honor the leadership of Dr. Juliusmaadabio and the chairmanship of Dr. Alessandri, and on the supervision of President Juliusmaadabio. When you get a blessing leader, you have to make the roadmap. Today, we will talk about party office. If we don't get this office, we will not talk about national conference in Kailan. And I want to take this opportunity, all the stakeholders, where President in a position that this district they feel well. We not going to name one by one, but that will be a big hand. And the support make we achieve this kind of achievement. So therefore, in behalf of the district, we want to welcome everybody now. President without traditional leaders in there. Because they say this is the first opportunity in the district. If they have to represent all the other traditional leaders. Now we have a job them. So we all tired to put down all of this conference. We get it between them where they represent the women and the district. That they are between them. We invite them because these are women's business. So we can now have traditional people. We get a thank also because of them. They said they are all they have for people support. When the election they begin, at least we all will go out. But on the official opening, we invite them because they belong with SFP, they belong with SFP. Before I left the night, I want to tell thank you to the executive for organizing this kind and organizing not easy. We brothers in the Moyama district, they said we want to tell them thank you. Because that kind assessment, when they give you as a district, you prove and you say you don't believe in the party process. So once more, one country, one people, one country. Thank you.
Thank you, our dynamic district chairman, Jusu Chakabobe, aka General Choki. Wow, we are moving. Today, as I said earlier, like very historic moment. Now, woman and day today, mama there, sister there, wife there, and the day today. And the girl is there today. I'm glad you demand all the way. I see some man it's not before I'm not going to be and the woman there. So, on that note, we decided the minister, how president take the woman business seriously in this country, they create a whole ministry of gender when they do not man the woman, but it must concentrate. Business. So on that note, I want to take this opportunity for invite our Honorable Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Manti Tarawali.
A policy when we say that for push women before the gender empowerment and women's equality policy. For the first time, we don't want the history of Sierra. All for over 60 years, they follow the gender equality landscape. Nothing woman they don't effect for equality. Woman they don't effect for the on the table. Woman they don't effect for the land left for the dance. Let me step and take me seriously. For the first time we've been able to forget this policy. Now we translate that policy into real. We don't put on a bill and we then have a parliament. For that we make into law. But now comes the important thing. Now we then a governance. Now we put the policy together. So we for show the example. So that we now get the example for sure how we can push women forward. How women can work together and lift in company and support her and get the drive. Now we now get that drive in 6 days for one. If we don't do one, how we expect APC for one? How we expect anybody else for one? Now we for sure say impossible for the woman to sit at the table and impossible for the other woman to support other women. Every side where they go, the consistent message where they talk, woman not be supporting them. The consistent message, you say you cannot be under, you expect to come woman to support you, they're not support you. Now the consistent, you go up north, you come down south, you go east at the message. That's therefore stop. If we want to be taken seriously, if we want to sit at the table, that's therefore stop. One YG election, no woman not in the executive.
country. One country. Let me just say this one like you talk so. Thank you very much, my dear sister. And thank you for the message. And thank you for also campaigning and sending your bill. As we have thank you for sending your bill. We have very, very strong female members of parliament here. And we even get a woman member of parliament who has acted as Speaker of the House of Parliament and is representing the ECOWAS Parliament. Honorable Veronica Kanisisi. We get with the dynamic MPs from Kenima district. And they are, what then? Oh yeah, Josephine Makiu. And they are. And we get with sisters and the one and only Kailau. And the one and only Kailau. Our MPs let's start off. So now they give him a team bill. And they pass the parliament also? Yes. That's good. 30% for the woman there. A big. And I've been interested. There's not only member of parliament too. When the president they appoint saying for 30% for woman there. So that's important. Having said that, I now get a privilege and honor for also invite the woman who belong the lead, the SNPP woman there. Onto this day, today, and then can talk to the woman. And I call on Madam Fatima Sawane.
One country, one people, too small. One police. I want to say thank you. All these three candidates are qualified, but will they challenge the APC? That is the question.
Yes, that's right.
Come on, show me one woman who will challenge the all elections, both in the north, the south, the west, the east. Let's show me one woman. And when I fight a good fight for the SLP. You don't need to like me. You just need to work with me for the sake of the SLP. And I've done my job to the best of my ability. If the women decide I should go, it should be their division. For things are happening in this house, which I will not accept as a candidate and a I have brought you an official letter. I have copied all those who I should copy. They are inflicted the delegate list, but will not accept it. They are putting names who are not supposed to vote.
Fine.
I was at the Western Area Regional Election. They said, organize this and Chaplain should not vote. Today they have brought them here. I want you to remind leader of my party that please, they should take those names out and let us go the right way and have a peaceful.
One country. Thank you. Fatima Sawane. Our last message to the women. The SNPP. One country. One country. I want your undivided attention so that we can hear us. Are we together? One country. I want to tell plenty thank you. Today before we lead up. And you have to talk to we. The SLPP, I can always tell people there all over the world that the SLPP is the only political party where they formed before independence, apart from the ANC in South Africa, we don't remain for 70 years. And the only reason we don't live together is because of unity. And we believe in the rule of law. Now, we come to the highlights of the program. of this very important plenary and opening ceremony for the National Party Conference. And I'll get the honor and privilege for invite the one and only Prince of the SierraLeone Party, Dr. Alex Prince
but now a composite effect of solidarity in both and severity in both. Now we call the Bio effect. Let us recognize the formidable, functional, ever-present first ladies of this nation.
The national leader and all other protocols are adhered to. Before I go, when I short or else they will remind me of money. And I cannot afford it or lost much of money. We are HE, national leader, party begin. I can introduce them, big balance, more when I sabi them. You know, tonight I show them to now. Now all my don't come to where the don't come. We are the pressure of the party get. Now, me, I can always say, ministers, heads of parasitas, departments, agencies, not get appointment date. You don't know the man can't tell you, say that they can't kill you. You say, no, they say, go come tomorrow. Just say, make you wait. When you don't, you spend. It will be a good appointment. It will be a. When you don't, now we'll talk. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So man just want to enter now already to you in the office. You go back and say, I talk to this big man today. I don't say the work ethics. Very, very difficult. Very interesting. So let me start from the point. Yeah, one super Nadina, we gonna make the Maada resident minister engage himself along with the regional chairmanship by the skin of the teeth. We try very hard. New graph, this power pack 2005. I'd like to recognize Abu Mohammed. I want to introduce the constituency chairman, Nabu District, Governor Eba, the Parliament Minister for Women Business. You know this party, I don't take on. The problem with us among women, the woman I was over, past man. I mean the Parliament, Mr. Hidua, for being the Deputy Minister of Human Business. Then I get somebody very important, Professor Jawad Nakailam District Cobalt. I don't know how many professors are there. Minister of Environment. We in mind, we don't want to see this because it interferes with business miners. Don't go now area of environmental We get the resident minister of the Eastern Province. Thank you very much. Mr. Fatima. When I get now, when I begin, where the campaign, we put most of the energy in here. I will monitor them all the campaign. Resident minister, Nagono, they go and Kailam himself, now they ship. They forget about Kenya. So, the resident minister now, Lord Apostle, that Kinebandi, Dennis Bandi, the meaning Kinebandi, where I'm going now go to Dennis. So, Dennis Bandi, now, the very functional minister of finance. Thank you very much, sir. He said, you know, by 2 minutes are there, now you will know say the getting direction. Minister of Food Security. When I said, yeah, where is not even known? When I said Minister of Finance, Baba is a big choose. We have what we call Drama Finance, specialized music in London. Drama Finance do not know. Not to the ambassador at large. Thank you, Senesi Traoré. For me, you know, I'm going to show you. I'm an old soldier, you know, retired. For me, I enjoy your estate. Madam Mati Traoré, Patawari, and politically, there are Traoré, none of the power for Madam. Is stammer until death. I will say same day, I'm quite sure they pray for Mother. I begin down there. He said, now, party begin. Not just avoid. So, Fatima, hands up your gas not there. But if you mistake, you can't come your hands off the woman, I will agree. But what we know, we have political bargains. An election that can change the virginity. So I welcome you all. So I enjoy the security. I come to Mr. Salamu, where he described where for the scope, safety of protocol, safety protocol. Then I asked Mr. P, now all policemen, hello, they buy back. They don't need to know civilians, they don't trust me. PA to me, HE to me. Then we get other lawyer. When we come, the politics, it must be sharp. It has placed the president, you know, the president in his wisdom, now we must have small. So it don't get a little small. No that possible, but get to man, send the text. So I said I know so they come out my hammer. But I'm not sure, so they will tell now. I just thank you. Security, but now, wait in our pressure. Here we go. Now, next, another small school boy, Noah Panda. I'm going to go small boy. Yes, Noah Panda, the Minister of Police and Checkpoints. We have also on the right hand side the governor of Galam District, the treasurer, where he also minority, Namata Kanago, treasurer, Monino. They have a very functional sister, but if you don't go, Amanju as High Commissioner, you don't know that trying days at your office, the last time we attacked again. Every city, they really send to stand and they go practice tear gas at our office. Now, we all go there, find tear gas, we will all go inside. We don't block the tear gas. Now, he comes, this is my eye. Why the guy show now? I said, don't go there now. He said, no, they don't go there, they can't do it. And they have from teacher, if you see the explain, they do it. Now, he can't do it. Then we stand there. I don't like go so. I said, you know, don't touch me, my back vibrates. You know the biggest thing biology. I say, I say, you don't now. Hey! Direct to prison. She was incarcerated. They put her in prison for so many weeks. One girl will show them to her. Whenever they talk these are the people who have suffered. No Lucian, this kind of. Prison. Thank you, sir. That you remember did a good job. Now, I found great. I can introduce 18 teachers who have come within a school and class. And the name Afajo. I didn't know for Afajo Green. We book. I take that to Alpha. They call that job to them. They call that Alpha Green. Way Bakaba went to it. You know what connection to Bakaba was in Fambo. I put Tigana and me. And they replace. I said, Sama will be the same. Will be the same. Now, this why I don't get there for Siam. In Jam of people, I say, I married in our robot. We know they will not go without time. So I can lie with him now. Because we may know what other appeal, like I said there. Our brother, the one from the east, he got connection again, and Tongolini was spent all in that and killed it again. Not a possible to your brother. The chairman, PPRC, Liga B. Okay, and finally, we all in the school. First language with the top diplomats. People doing election, and people make sure they go by unopposed by all our arrangements. The inspector, I said, no, you know this is just somewhere is there. This, I'm in charge of Condore all over the day, where I find it, I will be one, but I will be one. So today, one can be there and bully me. I said, don't you know I'm your chairman, Mr. Oh, I'm your chairman, Mr. Kaya will see. And I understand, say, anyway, welcome. Bonbury, special advisor to the president. Okay, so today, Lord, I talk about this, solo the party talk. We're glad we never enough to say we go for bad, we go for some fact. No way. You win. You lost, you lost. You don't suspect the system. The system is there. You have any problem, we explain to you. The constitution and the constitution. That people have problem to understand it. Every reason. You get to go back in the school to understand that. But I can show you. We are going to implement it. We God don't speak. And they will be bound. In fact, if I took a statue, they will make out to the bar. That will nobody for deny it. I saw the guy do for Kennyman, and I still want to back. So that nobody can say that we can't do this. Go they vote and know what they do. We have built the process, we run back all over. One say, oh, like Mama Kenny, we end up now, the future, I'm not going to talk about happen. But then, now we go down, take on there, make it up. So now we will not. Nobody votes, and I think that we're going to run out of but that's in the election. I've already I'll go through. So I tell them, I'm going to thank you. We have put down one of these elections and everything. We're done. So the department, all members will go out. Wherefore, you can delegate this support, every one by one can sit down. No observer gonna give interruptions. So that we have for all this year. The last day, come rain, shine, or moon, we will lose election before December 25. And that's how much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Muhammad. Thank you very much, our chairman, the Prince of the Israeli People's Party, for keeping the woman there alive with that wonderful introductions that we don't make of all the people that we in Linaya. And I also am for joining from the Secretariat for saying plenty thank you to them when they come for grace, the very first ever exclusively women convention of the Israeli People's Party. Now, when it comes to the climax of the program, the very moment where we're all there, we can listen to a leader for both country and party, and we get the Israeli People's Party at heart, and the voice and authority for we in the Israeli People's Party. That left everything we didn't want to buy yesterday, we want to buy Irokan Kenima, they are today, they go for go back. And by choosing you will go for the protocol, all in the name of fighting for the Israeli People's Party. For making the SNP more formidable and more powerful than the Republic of Israel. And I have the privilege and honor to call on His Excellency, the retired Brigadier Juliusmaadabio.
This is a difficult task for me. You know, my boys who are close to where I see plenty of women, they're confused. I don't confuse me. I don't know what it was saying. Mr. Chairman, Madam First Lady, Secretary General and National Executive, well, this is not a special meeting, one of its kind, the first of its kind, and the history of the Sierraleone People's Party. 70 years on as a national party, we don't decide to say the woman them. Forget the young assembly who said they choose the leader. The dedicated meeting. First time, 90 or 80% of the one that way they choose women that have demanded also. Yes. Today, we change that story. Now when they choose my own leader also. Yes. So from Unaga for the also, we can complain and say, no go back na Kailan, and they will go change. You know why I've been telling the chairman say, the election where I win, and those man they vote for me, who said it? But the woman they vote. They don't vote for me, they support. And they support with all their heart. So woman favors from man. So I always occupy a special place in my heart. And I want for people to know that, and I want to say a big thank you to all the women. This is a big task we don't give now. So first then I will go choose for now. So when I choose, luckily for me, the one that already contest, I sabi the better one. I sabi the all personally. I can speak to the character.
I can speak to everything. And that makes it avoid the whole process. Because if I give him a young ballot, and also they go put him, but they keep him. Now, when I say they choose when a young woman when they need one. And whosoever will not choose, and that gets to be the national women's leader of the Sierraleone People's Party. So we wait for that result today. That woman, the first woman, with a fully dedicated women's meeting, they choose as the national leader of the women. Inside they make history, and when I say they make history. The party, now the umbrella will work it. So then they can cover some people, and so then some people, they hate not to go under there. But still, now the only umbrella will get. I want for them to know that one day. Women, when they choose for support, and they support fully. And when I don't show, say, women are the actual base of this party, and want for giving up not only the power, for they participate, but also for lead in the process. So at the beginning, when they choose leader, now one of the most difficult tasks. Now a difficult task. If you choose the wrong leader, you know they go no side. Another people now know your leader. Do you know the people you are going to vote for today? If you know Sabi, each one of them, and know what you want for the SFPP, and go vote for that person, then you waste your time. Because the person that they choose, now eager for the speak for una. Now eager for the organize una. Now eager for the make sure say the next generation of women the way they can have from where they senior secondary school, we don't begin to recruit them. Catch them young when they school. If they know the kind of thing they will don't do, arrange for women in this country, we have been recognized around the world as one of the countries that we don't make more effort for bring women together. Make no mistake about that. Can go overseas, and then they tell me. So if when you want to catch the young lady there, we don't get political decision, we don't make political decisions as to which side they want to go, and they secondary school. We are in the best position as a party to capture every Peking with the school today. But have we made the effort? Why? Because they always go to school. We they pay for a lot of them. We they pay for them. We they buy books for them. We don't provide buses for them. They benefit from that. If you sit down before that girl Peking and tell and say, hey, ABC, they do this for you. No. Sure, we they even make effort for provide sanitary pads for them because then they lose up to 70 days in a year. Now, that girl Peking, we want to do science courses up to university. From where you start from preschool, till you don't pay school fees. No government, no one day do that one day. So if you go sit down before girl Peking then and any of the secondary school or out of that, you put them and tell them what this government don't do for girl Peking then. And they tell you by the time they done high school, where they go university, they become an active participant of the SFPP group. This is how we increase our number. We're already there. So that political jealousy enough for them. We're not afraid for many people that come. That I make competition for them. If Fatima track, I will say they don't push you. But that's when they also. I see when I don't give the jaga, but I don't say it now. Now so it for me. Maybe recruit young people when they come in. And at least they will get the best message. If when I go to the minister, he will give them plenty other things they will don't do. Talk about the rape issues. Why if you say we take it so personally? Because for me, we are not supposed for saying because it's a woman, anybody can go, you grip her, you do anything with her, and go scot-free. We have been applauded around the world for the actual will take. Is anybody you rape, you for going to jail. It is hard for women. So we are better placed to attract women in this country, if not to stupid politics they deliver. For say yes, this particular government where they come into being, now then they cater for women, our children. We are better placed. But until we take advantage of that, by engaging them, we don't ever get forgotten. So this women's wing will grow bigger and stronger if we use waiting they happen in our government to approach the young one day. We don't know who side for go politically. Even someone there where maybe the daddy or the mama they society went at the wrong place. If you put this message and we will analyze it and say, this is a better government for me. Women then will have to play such an important role, not only for provide leadership, who will be done the third for you, will be they now put them into law for say any political pathway exists. Information say woman then, whether they appoint, whether they go for MP, you forget nothing less than 30%. No government has ever done that. Now that's that act, that bill, when the minister the faithful, now that is right for me. So now law, become law. First thing, we can effect with one another also. Yes. But like how the minister say, most times it's difficult for get to support yourself. Yes. We don't support more women in your leadership than any other man in this country. The first proposed vice president was a woman. If the Anyampi they not been thief 2012. Yes, when I will not get the vice president even a woman. And I make architects and the thief. They thief all the time, they thief everything. They're not good for themselves, they're not good for So, when I especially people, truly speaking, this is not politics. When I get different take, women they always get a different take on situations. And not to a bad thing, because we, the man, we own take, we're different. And until you get both sides and put them together, you don't have a full rounded picture of what you want to do. So having women in the mix of decision making, in representation, it make the society become better. Because when they talk about this, they remember the beginning, so tell you they remember more about the big things there. They remember the job money, they remember the beginning, school fees, and other issues. Then the brand come. And as Kumbra government, the SFPP party, we will make sure say any law will be passed. Anything will be do, they actually cater for human beings they need, but more for the beginning. That is why we declare the free quality education for every child in this country. Today, let me say not possible. Today, we pay for 2.5 million people that will go to school. We don't buy buses for the all, but we even make the effort to buy buses. Yesterday, Kelima, Usa Aside, the all commander do the inside the bus, in the way, because they need to get the same opportunity we provide for the one day. Na Freetown, na Moyamba yesterday. We did try for make sure say every child. Of course, I think one of the best people will understand. We have to invest more in beginning than we did at the day. Let Nadine say no comment. Let Nadine say no comment. Also, Nadine can try. But women then they invest more. So when women they in the mix, we always cater to the most vulnerable in the kingdom. Our future is in the children. When most of them are not get account, but when I get picking them, when I'm ready for pay, when I'm ready for go take debt, for make sure say they go school. Investment. Now that will people they put in with mama them, with daddy that I make today, with the sit down here, so we make decisions. This decision will not take not about the state. So we get for investing with the kingdom because I get for take care of we. Not the money wasted. What we say we spend 22%, that 22% is an investment. No country in the world don't go before. No, you go before if you not invest in education. If you get for investing in anything, invest in education. So when we decide for do this, now before put the wahala on our head, you know the woman. From that day, the way they get them, they pass na bar, they send some good on for the rich now. Anyway, I can't stop because I'm not in this good for the man then. But that woman never get away, sit down and pass so bam, I put in the computer. Don't so? And then you man, we don't go drink, you come back, carry it at the same So, when I'm a special people, not to, so on a day like this, it's a day also to celebrate you women, for the graceful women and the play, and how we will take one out from waiting of obscurity, from making the kind of the national stage. So that empathy, they think they will not do, they will gradually come into government, mainstream. And this needs support. The day when women are united in this country, that's because the next anyway, that unity today will postpone them first. We are done with them. They will get the president with a woman also. Because they will at the time now down. By the time when I vote, and by the time when I do pillow talk to them one day also, then they vote and then they remember themselves. When they go to the house now, they don't now we man of president. We look forward to that day, they don't so. There are so many reasons why we support women. To make sure say we are at parity at the international level, leadership. But it starts from small they start. Because command they still understand why a woman for hand person. Command even though they talk about menstruation, someone say astaghfirullah, not taboo that one day. But we're ready for go to toilet and wrong with the code. Then another biological occurrence is in one year rebuttal. Is that fair? So dear Pekin, when in mama not in our house, we don't get anybody for confiding in the deal with that situation where you arise without the necessary support and information. Because we say that when they go to man talk down themselves. And they are working them. We need to talk to them. Because me, what I call as a biological occurrence, all 1 week we go no so. That one day any gap if you don't reach, if you don't get under trouble, you're sick. Serious sickness too. Of course, we don't reach that side, if you don't come, you don't get better. So we really need when I support for make sure say we bring up a better society. The women, you have to rise up to the occasion. We can't do it alone. A level part policy, if you say, no, wait, no more man say nine, yourself get sense. And you know what the care people don't begin to do for me? Then they want the examination, they really can now. That they vindicate me. But the interesting statistics will don't come out. Up to high school, towards the end of junior secondary school, man, boy picking and girl picking, the number is almost equal. But between that one day and the school college, the girl picking and they drop down. They're there, they don't get married, they don't even wait to say. Sometimes we say you get 10 boys and they go to 2 girls, and then they succeed for going to college. That is a societal problem. Now we need to work together. You know, when we bring the free quality, we say they all picking them go school. One day, one parent approached me. Say, don't do it, but don't let small. I said, wait till 11. It's an information, so they can't picking and then go to a club and net. I said, I didn't know they host them. Waiting at the role of the parents. For just born and left from for men and go fend for themselves? No. We have a role, and women play that role better than we the men. So there is a lot on your shoulders. There is a lot you can do. And the more effectively and what when I do and properly, the better for society. That is why for me today is a great occasion for celebrating as soon as they can elect when the first women leader with now no more. The man the way they didn't have to supervise for just see. If the woman they come me other woman they guys say and I want to speak to the process. I think saying this process will not be skewed or favor anybody. It should not be skewed or favor anybody. I don't talk to the chairman, I don't talk to the secretary. From yesterday in fact, we don't know it first. So what are the contentious issues? Where we resolve them? We know they do this for make this person know. Make when I appoint a leader, elect a leader, and we go home and are responsible. Anytime when I can, we say no, go to the leader. Oh, this leader, now they take me call again. The car will not accuse me. I said, now the work will not give me. If I take on a call, then I will get 2 books and I dedicate the list them over every day. I get GPS coordinate for the house then. I get the phone number. I don't keep that with me first because if I follow around no more, I don't know. But I appreciate you now. So we get for make sure say the National Secretariat, the process is free and fair. So when we make una form this, we form this. Now for una make decisions concerning ourselves, because like I said, women are different from men. What do they think about? Not even what they think about at all times. What you want for do, not even what you want for do. And you have the right to that opinion, and when I get very good reasons why when I want to do the other, with the way we want for do. So for giving an opportunity for men when I choose your leader and provide leadership. But like I say, me one for less the SierraLeone People's Party in a position where they make we are better organized and we will take a pole position. Always, the essence of a political party is to win elections. Full stop. All of this now preparation we do. Because we don't get the leadership. Let's some we don't do. We got to sit down and mend the all. That one day you know so denial for choose your leader, the very first in the history of the great SierraLeone People's Party. The best thing that happened to this country since the invention of ice cream. And the only thing that I always think also. So, we therefore make sure say, when we done with this same leadership, we are all now a collective responsibility for make sure say this division, whether they for Fatima Okario, Fatima Sawaleo, whether they for our Koreo, Josephino, oh, okay. We get for now one person get for we. And when I don't say me I can teach lesson on both sides, I don't lose, I don't win. I don't mean you're not clear, but you know why we accept loss? And for the unity of this party.
Exactly.
And for the unity of this country. And those say that thief they thief me. And they don't say I see inside and the thief. But I say well, for the sake of Salon, I know the feds whether the difficult the governors of Japan are fed to marry. So when I get an opportunity, I beg make it a peaceful event, be respectful to one another, because you are going to need everybody. You will the win, the other person will the vet, he just want to exercise in rights, not to hate you. Delegates are there. As we are the delegate, they're very delicate. Now tell them what my tight back here. Tight back also. So now tight back don't bring them go for lunch. I don't know yourself. I can't you carry them. Notice so. Anyway, the delegate them will get a big task for choose we next women's leader. When I give you the best, because what will the goal at the national stage, we want for go make sure say when they see SRPP, they don't say yes. This is not party, now the oldest party, now mature party. That's all it will be. So, we don't left, at the can left for now, at the formally open this first National Women's Convention in the great city of Thailand. Kailam, a great district as we know, and we're happy to get this edifice for the first time in the history of this country, and a lot of this effort they go on. The other adopted home after Kailam, Kenima, we say with the launch we own building also, and Yandana with regional headquarters. So if we find a big pass this one, not so. But the politics will not mix up with them small. Again, Mr. Chairman, try to finish this year in final elections where we get, because the politics they make mortar and cement and they don't even mix again. For make concrete, you know the work. The advertisers they don't mix. We want for do that one day. So, ladies and gentlemen, with great pleasure and honor, I formally open this National Women's Convention.
Thank you. Thank you.